Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Rahul here, and I'm going to record the third video session for our Splunk certification training. So already we have covered two videos, and we have covered many things like what is Splunk, how it works, and what are the important things why you should make a career in Splunk, and how it will be useful in data analytics, how it will be useful when you work with any big data firm. So all these things has been covered in my video 1 and 2, and today we are going to cover one more things, and that things are like Splunk search language, how to create dashboard, how to create a report, how to schedule a report, because as we have seen till now in each and every organization, mostly people used to deal with reports and dashboards because these are the main pillar of any organizations, and these reports are like each and every organization need to generate few reports daily and few reports monthly, weekly, and yearly. But when you are going to use Splunk, these reports and dashboard can be automated. So how these things can be done, that we will see now. So if you haven't gone through past two videos, please go through it. I will provide that links into the comment section. Thank you, guys. So what we are going to cover today? So today we are going to cover a few commands in search Splunk processing language, and how to create a brand new report, how to create a brand new dashboard, how to add any report to any dashboard, how to add panel to dashboard, then how to schedule a report to run it monthly, weekly, daily, or hourly, and how to edit permission. So if you have already created one report or in a dashboard, how to edit it, how to give permission to other person. For example, if you have created a report and if you want to give permission to your colleagues or to your team member who are working with you, and if they want to access your report, how they will be able to do it. So you have to give permissions. So we will see these things. Okay, so let me start with one important command. So we have one command that is our top command. So what is top command and how these things will work? So as if you remember, we have already installed some data in our Splunk. So it is data from one e-commerce website, and the data containing like some sales data, and what are the like activities people are viewing our products, people are buying our products, what will be the IP address of our client, whoever is logging to our system. So now we are going to use top command. So as I have told you, the thumb rule of any search is you need to start with indexing, because whenever you want to read any chapter in your book, what you will do is basically you will start from index. You will check on which page number your chapter is there. So what we are going to do, we are going to give index name. So index equal to main. So basically when we do not create any specific index for any specific data, at that time all the data will immediately or by default it will stored into main index. So currently we do not have given any specific index to any of our data, so all the data will be stored into our main index. Now in one index there can be many different source type. So we need to explicitly give where our data is, in which source type our data is. So we are basically narrowing our data. So index equal to main will give all the data in it, but when we give source type name, it means we are narrow down our search. So source type for us is access combined. Hence, a source type is given, and let me search it. Currently, we have like a very less amount of data. So even though we search with all time, as we can see, I'm selecting all time over here. That is fine. But when you work with real time production scenarios, at that time, huge amount of data will be there, and we cannot use all time as a results. Maybe I did some spelling mistake over here. Let me check it again. Source tab equal to access underscore combine. So when you work with any real-time scenario, you should never use all time, because whenever you use all time, it means your Splunk search will try to search data from all the indexes, and at that time it will give heavy load to your indexer. So it at that time your indexer might goes down. So you should never use all time when you work with real-time production. Always try to go with like 15 minutes, 60 minutes, 4 hour or 24 hour according to your search. So currently, as I'm telling you, is index equal to main and source tab equal to access underscore combine. It means we are narrowing our search. Now we can see in source tab equal to access combined, we have 1,31,645 events. Now we want to see that what top command is doing. Now, as we are considering example of an e-commerce website, and I want to see what are the top actions that has been performed by my clients or visitors. So let me go to the action field. We can see our users can do purchase, or they can add our product to cart, or they can just view it, or they can change the quantity, or they can remove it. Now I want to see what are the top actions, or what are the top categories, that strategies there, arcade there, accessories. So these are the different types of categories. Now I want to check only what are the top action that has been performed by my clients. So let me use top command, top, and on which field we are going to run this command. So we have to give the name of our field, because here we are going to see what are the top action that has been performed by my client. So what I'll write is, here I need to give name of the field, that is actions. So once I run this command, it will give me one statistics. So here when I go to event section, I will not be able to find anything, because I am using one command, and the basic idea behind running this command is I want to get one statistics over here, and we can see the top actions that has been performed by my client is either they are purchasing, either they are adding my product to cart, or viewing it, changing quantity, or removing it. Now by default, Splunk will show 10 output whenever you use this kind of command. So that is default output, but as of now we have only 5 actions. So that's why it is showing all the 5 actions. So let me change these things. Okay, now we will see it by client IP. For example, if I want to check who or from which IP my client is trying to logging into my website, it means who is spending maximum amount of time. So what I'll do is I'll use top and client IP. Let me run this. As you can see, as I have told you, so whenever you use top client IP command or top command only, by default Splunk will show you only 10 results. If you want, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It means by default it will show you 10 outputs or 10 results in one command line output. Now I can see top client IP. It means client with IP number 51 is trying to log in into my system, and he is acquiring almost 2.51% of all my logged in users, and he or she tried to log in into my system for around 3,316 times. It is not around, but it is exact count. Then it comes to 101. So second user is trying to log in into my system, and he logged into my system for around 2,644 times. As we go down, the amount is reducing. So by default, it will be sorted in this manner. If I want to reverse it, I can simply click over here. Currently, we are having this top 10 client IP, and let me show you a few more things. Now, what I want to do is I want to see top 3 client IP. So I just want to see who are the top 3 clients who want to log in into my system. So what I'll do is limit equal to 3. So whenever I give limit, it means it will reduce my output to only that many amount of time. So when I give limit equal to 3, it means in my results, it will show only 3 events. And currently we can see only 3 events are there. So client equal to 51, and that client tried to log in into my system for 3,316 times, and he or she is acquiring around 2.51% of searches in my website. Now, if you want to visualize it, if you want to create a chart, now I want to show these statistics in terms of a bar chart. What I'll do, just go to visualization, select any chart that is like suitable for your result, click on that. Done. Now I can see top three output are there, and it is sorted in terms of decreasing order. Once I hover over these things, we can read statistics in this black box, and we can see count is written over here and client IP is written. Hover over to next things. 2600 approx login has been done using client IP 101. Go to third one. That is around 2000 login has been done through this client IP. If I want to increase it, let me give it 7. So once I run this command in my visualization, it will show me top 7 client IP who is trying to log in into my system. Now, for example, this is one report. For example, every Monday, I need to run this report at 2 p.m. because this report is something important for my top management, and they want to see who are the top 7 clients they tried to log in into our website. What I'll do is I am going to save as. You can see save as option is here. Click on save as and a report. Now I want to give name of these reports. So what I'm going to give is Spelkers Demo report and top 7. It means this report is showing that top 7 client who are logging or who are trying to log in into our website. Click on save it and close it. Whenever I want to see this report again, I can go to settings, reports, and here I should see my report. Here I can see Spelkers Demo report top 7. If I want to run this report again, just click on run. Okay. So when I run this command, again you can see the same command has been shown in my bar. Now, bar chart is drawn over here and it clearly shows that these are the top 7 client IP who are trying to log in into my system. Now, again, I'm going to view these things in a table format. Okay, few more things are there. Currently, what we are doing is we are limiting these things to top, action, and limit. Limit is 7 because we want to get top 7 clients. Currently, it is showing percentage, but in my output, I do not want to show percentage over here. What I need to do is show pers equal to false. It means sometimes few things might be confidential and we do not want to mention or we do not want to show these kind of things in our reports, because like if this report is public in our organizations and if everybody are going to see the output of this result or see this report, then few things we might need to hide. And currently I do not want to show what is the number of percentage. What I'm going to do is, one command is there, that is show percentage equal to false. Just click on run and let's see. As we can see, percentage is not shown over here because we are using show percentage is false. Now, one more thing is count field is there. As we can see, for each and every client IP, it is showing some specific count, that is 33162644 are the counts. But for example, my manager wants me to create one report and that report should contain count of top 7 clients, but now count will not look good. But instead of this, we need to give some descriptive names, because somebody who haven't worked with Splunk or somebody who do not know about our data should be able to gather or should be able to grasp this report at one look only. So all the things which we are going to use over here should be kind of descriptive. So instead of count, what we are going to use is, we are going to give count field a separate description. So count field equal to uh, total number of login from, okay, this will be more than enough. So count field equal to total number of logins. So now here instead of count it should change. Let's see. As you can see, it has been changed to total number of login. So now whenever somebody from higher management will see this report, immediately they will be able to get the idea that these are the top 7 clients and this is the maximum number of login which has been done by this IP on our website. Okay. Use other equal to true. So this is one more scenario over here. Currently what we are getting is, when I give top 7, now I do not know how many more IPs are there and what is the total number of login done by them. Okay, let me show you these things. These things will be better clear now. Use other equal to true. Run this command. Yes. So until now what we were doing is, we were counting the total number of login done by any specific client IP. But now what we want to see is, yes, these are the top 7 IPs, but what about the count of others? And here I can see around 1,70,582 login has been done by other client IP which are not mentioned over here. So these are the individual login done by these IPs, but even others are there, and summation of all the login that is done by all the other IP which are not mentioned over here is around 1,17,000. So whenever you want to mention other things or use other, it means the user who are not mentioned in these reports. That time you can use other equal to true. And let me run this report again. Now what I want to do is, I want to create one dashboard, a brand new dashboard, and in that dashboard I want to add this as a panel. So go click on save as dashboard panel. Now currently I do not have any existing dashboard. I do not want to use any existing dashboard, but I want to create a new one. Just click on new, give a name, Spelkers Demo dashboard. Description is like optional, but like let's write Spelkers, and currently I'm going to give it as a private because nobody should be able to see this dashboard except me. So that's why I'm going to give permission as private, but later we will change it. So I'll show you how to change the permission of any dashboard. Now, this is nothing but the name of the dashboard, but in this dashboard we are going to give, like we are going to add many panels. So for each and every panel we will have separate name. So this is top 7 users by top command. Just click on save. Currently I do not want to see this dashboard, but now instead of this we are going to move to some other command, and that is rare command. So as I told you, whenever we use top command in output, it will give me the top users or top states in which we are selling maximum, or top users or top clients or whatever is at the top. But sometimes we do not want to see the top clients or top users. Sometimes I want to see only rare. It means those people or those clients who are rarely logged into my system. It means minimum number of login I want to check. What I'll do is, instead of top, I'm going to use is rare. Rare 7 clients who logged into my website very rarely. Just run this command and we will see least number of count over here. We can see user with IP 202 tried to log in into my website, and that is only for 2 times. And that specific user is acquiring around 0.001519% of my 100% user base. Another user with 202 is there, and he or she might try to log in into my system only for 5 times. Likewise, we can see it is increasing. Now, as I told you before, I do not want to show percentage. What I'll do is show percentage equal to false. Run this command and you will see that percentage will be removed. That's it. Now, here also I want to see use other. It means I want to see count of all the other participants or all the other users also, but that will be combined output. Just use other equal to true and run it. Here we can see top 7 are there, sorry, rare 7 are there, but here it is showing the combined login count for all the other users. If I want to change the count field name as we have done in top commands, what we can do is count field equal to count by users and run this command. Okay, that's it. As we can see, the name has been changed. Now go to visualization because I want to visualize these things. Okay, this graph will not show the proper results if I use other, because one quantity is very huge and other quantities are like very less compared to this other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove use other equal to true. And now we will be able to see all the 7 clients. Here I can see when I hover over this first client, it will give me only 2 as my count. It is not allowing me to hover because it is like very small count. Okay, let me go to second, and we can see only 5 login tried was there. It means this user tried to log in onto my website only for 5 times. This one is 132, 1429, and likewise. Now instead of using bar chart vertical manner, I want to use this as a horizontal. Okay, good. Now, this chart is very important for my managers or for my organization. And we want to see this chart every day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add it into one dashboard. So click on Save As, Dashboard Panel, and Existing. So currently I have already existing is Spelkers Demo Dashboard. Now give the name, that is rare users. We are going to give rare users with 7 last 7. Okay, just click on Save. Currently I do not want to see these dashboards. Again, we are going to add more 2 to 3 panels. Now instead of using bar chart, like I wish to use pie chart, just click on pie chart. As you can see, the thing has been changed. Now top 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, it is showing 5, 6 and one more is there, but like for 2 it is like very less, so we are not able to hover over these things, but it is there. So total 7 clients are there. Now I want to save this report. Click on Save As, Dashboard Panel, Existing, Spelkers, and pie chart for rare 7 clients. Click on Save. Again, instead of pie chart, I want to see these things in line chart also. So this is nothing but the line chart, and we can see it is starting from 2, it means only 2 login, then 5, 132, and whenever we hover over these things, it will show us the client IP also and count by users, because we can see over here client IP is there and user is there. So whenever I hover over these things, it will show me all the fields which are associated with that specific point. And currently we are using only 2 fields. One is client IP, one is count by users. Now save as, dashboard panel, existing, Spelkers Demo Dashboard, and name is line chart is rare 7 client IP. Click on save it. Okay, that's it. It means we have added approximately 4 panels to one dashboard, and that dashboard is very useful because we want to see this dashboard every day or every Monday or every weekend. Okay, let's see where is the dashboard. How to find it? Go to settings. Okay, reports will be there, but if you want to see dashboard, you can see directly from over here. So currently we have created one report and one dashboard. In that dashboard, we have 4 panels. So if you want to see these reports, you can click over here, or you can find it from here also. Now, if you want to see the dashboard, you can check it from user interface also, but we are not going to use user interface as of now. So instead of that, we are going to use dashboard directly. Skip the tour. Yes, you can see Spelkers Demo Dashboard is there. Click on the dashboard. As we can see, we have added total 4 things. So one was a top command and other 3 were rare commands. In rare command, we have used line chart, pie chart, bar chart, and with top command directly we have added one table. If you want to change the position, click on edit, and you can change this position by using these things. So setting these things is like very easy, and let me change it. Yeah, so whenever you want to like make your dashboard in some specific positions. Like if you want to see this table as the first uh, panel, you can directly set it over there. If you want to see this horizontal bar chart over here at the second position, you can do these things. So whenever you want to change these things, you can directly click on edit panel. Okay, we are done here with the editing part. Click on save. Okay. Whenever in future I want to see this dashboard again and again, what I can do is clearly I can click on dashboard, click on Spelkers Demo dashboard. If someday I want to see what is the query that is being used for getting this output, where I can check it, you can see a small binocular is present over here. So if you want to see the query which is running behind creating this specific panel, that you can check by clicking on this binocular, and that will open this specific panel in a new search. As you can see, the query is the one which has been used by us to create this pie chart. If you want to see that pie chart again, go to visualization, click on the pie chart. The same results will be displayed. Now, the dashboard is ready. We have added around 4 panels in it. So as I promised you that I will taught you that how to create a report and how to schedule it. If you remember, I have created one report. The name of that report was Spelkers Demo Report Top 7. Click on this. And yes, this was our reports. Now, each and every Monday or every day or every hour, I want to run this report. But how am I going to schedule it? So next thing is how to schedule this report and how to change the permissions. Okay, so go to reports. Okay, this is my report, that is Spelkers Demo Report Top 7. Now I want to change the permission. How can I do it? So click on edit, edit permissions. Now whenever you create, so this is thumb rule, whenever you create a report, dashboard or anything in Splunk, by default that things will be under your permissions. It means only the owner who is creating the report or dashboard, only he or she will be able to see that things. But currently I am using search and reporting application. As you can see here, the application which we are using is search and reporting. Whenever you install Splunk, whenever you create a new instance, by default it will show you only one application, and that application will be search and reporting, where you can search for your data. Now search and reporting application is there, and I want to give permission to the all users who are using this search and reporting applications. So instead of owner, click on app, and everyone should be able to read my report. It means everyone should be able to see this output, that is read permission. So what I will do is, for everyone it is read. Only admin and power users should be able to write this, or they should be edit the query. So what I have done is, now I have clicked on app. It means whoever has permission to use search and reporting application, they will be able to read my report. It means they will be able to see this report, and only admin and power access users will be able to edit it. So how will I edit it? So click on save. That's it. Now the permission has been changed. So currently I am the owner, and it is running in application search, and it is shared in app. It means all the users who will be using search and reporting application, they will be able to see these reports. Now if you want to schedule it, it means, for example, for my organization I want to run this report weekly or daily. So directly edit, click on schedule, and schedule report is there. and this button is there. Just click on this. Now here you will get option that you want to run it every hour, if you want to run it every day or every week, every month, or run on a cron schedule. So I want to run this report every day, and I want to run this every day 2 p.m. It means 2 p.m. afternoon. So just select and 14. Now whenever this report will run, so it will run every 2 p.m. At that time, how much data it should cover, from how much past data this report should generate my results. So that time it should select past 24 hours. It means every day 2 p.m. my report will run, and it will select data from past 24 hours. Now schedule priority is default and schedule window is default. So schedule priority is nothing but the, if you are running like too many reports at a time, 5 to 10 reports you have scheduled, that time if you have given this priority as the higher or highest, it means this report will get higher priority compared to other reports. If this report is like very critical and very urgent, then you can give the priority as a highest. But normally we keep these things as a default in production scenarios. Schedule windows. It means schedule window is 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes we can keep. But generally we used to keep these things as a auto. Schedule window is nothing but whenever your report fire or whenever it start searching for your data at exactly 2 p.m. and if I have given schedule window as 5 minutes, it means from 2 p.m. to 2 to 0.5 or 2 to 2 and 2 p.m. in 5 minutes. It means in that 5 minutes this report should be completed. It means a schedule window I have given of 5 minutes. But generally we used to keep this as a auto. If this report doesn't finish in the 5 minutes, then it will stop it. So we generally should not give schedule window if and only if it is very necessary. The auto will thinks we have work properly. Now few managers or few top management are there. Whenever this report run, everyone should get one email. What I'll do is click on add action. So once this report run, what action we want to take? So our action is to run simple email. Here I can give email ID of all the managers or whoever want to receive this report. So here we can give our email IDs. Priority we can write critical, normal, lower, highest. And here whatever the subject line we want, that top 7 clients for past 24 hours. And here we can give our message that this report is generated by so and so for past 24 hours client login. Just click on save it, and why, yeah, done. Okay, so now every day 2 p.m. this report will run, and window we haven't given anything, priority we haven't given anything. So by default Splunk will check, and by default Splunk will give priority and windows to this report as per the requirement. So what we have done till now is we have created we have gone through the top command, how to select the top actions or how to select the top clients, top users on our website or on our company website or in our organizations. Then we have seen rare commands. Then we have created one report. Also we have created one brand new dashboard. Then we schedule this report, we change the permission of this report. That it means everyone, whoever is using this application, should be able to use or should be able to read this report, but only the person who is having admin permission or who is having power user permission should be able to edit it. Then how to schedule it report? We schedule this report and that it should run daily at 2 p.m. Okay, so guys, that's it for today, and please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give your feedback in comment section. If you want anything extra or if you want anything to be added in these topics, please mention it in the comment section. And if you want, subscribe, because I'm going to create a new video very soon in which I'm going to select all the stats command, which are very important and very useful to create charts, to generate reports, to generate graphs for your company. So if you want, please subscribe and let me know in the comment section your feedback. Thank you guys. Thank you for attending.